Welcome to the Next Normal Positive Friday. My name is David, and I'll be your host for this new segment we'll be offering every Friday night. You know, when Sister Jenna created the Next Normal, she did it as a way to continue the classes and programs that we used to offer at the Meditation Museum before COVID. And one of our most popular classes that we used to offer was positive thinking. And so Sister thought it would be good to offer this as a regular segment on the Next Normal. So every Friday night, it will be my pleasure to share with you some thoughts and some aspect of positive thinking. Positive thinking is about becoming a master of your mind. Today, I thought to share with you some tools you can use to begin to transform your thinking. I call it lessons in happiness. One of my favorite questions to ask in workshops that we do is, what is it really that we want in our lives? At its essence, what's your deepest desire? I bet if I was to ask you that question, many of you would say happiness or maybe peace. But I think a deeper answer than peace or happiness is love. And that's love in the truest sense of what love is. You know, when we use the term love, we use it to mean many different things. You know, we say, I love ice cream, or I love my car. But that's not really love, that's attachment. What happens if the ice cream melts, or it's not the right flavor, or if the car won't start, or you run into the back of someone's car, or someone runs into the back of your car? Now that love goes out the window. That's not really love, that's attachment. And love is something else. You know, love in its truest sense is something different than that. Love is respect. Love is regard. Love is appreciation. Love is compassion and understanding. Love is patience. Love is acceptance. This is love. And I think at the deepest level, what we all want is to experience that love unconditionally. Unconditionally. And here's the deep secret. That experience is available to us in any moment, in any second, by being that ourselves. When love, respect, regard, appreciation, acceptance, compassion, patience are at the foundation of our thinking, who experiences those first? We do. When we interact from the world from a place of unconditional love, we're serving the world around us. But more importantly, we're also serving ourselves. We're fulfilling our deepest desire. When we think from a place of real love, we're happy and we're powerful. So how can we learn to do that more often? Well, the first step is to realize the importance of our thoughts and to keep that in our awareness. It's easy to forget how important our thoughts are. Everything begins with the thought. Our words, our actions, and ultimately the atmosphere, and even our personality are all based in our thinking. And when we keep the importance of our thoughts in our awareness, we're motivated to pay attention to our thoughts. And that's the second tool in transforming our thinking. Attention. Attention. We have to pay attention to our thinking. You might say, if I'm thinking a thought, am I not paying attention to it? Well, yes. But am I paying attention to what's at the foundation of that thought? Is that thought based in what's beautiful in me? Or is it based in something else? Is it based in ego or resentment or anger? If we want to transform our thinking, we have to pay attention to our thoughts. So there's a third tool, acceptance. We have to accept the thoughts and feelings that we have. They want to transform our thinking. We can't do it by repressing or pushing away our thoughts and feelings. We have to first accept what's there. And from that place of acceptance, we can begin to transform. Let me ask you this. Where do our thoughts and feelings come from? You ever thought about it? You might say they come from our mind, but how did they get in our mind? There's really only one answer, and that's our thoughts and feelings come from our experience. And as we go on our journey, our experiences make impressions on our thoughts and feelings. All of our thoughts and feelings are an accumulation of these impressions and experiences. You might be open to the idea that perhaps that journey is more than just this lifetime. Perhaps our thoughts and experiences and the influences on our thoughts and experiences and those impressions are actually from experiences in previous births. So, if our thoughts and feelings come from our experience, and our experience is our experience, it's not like it didn't happen, it actually happened, we can sort of say that our thoughts and feelings have a right to be there. And if our thoughts and feelings come from our experience and they have a right to be there, we should accept that they're there. We need to accept our thoughts and feelings. But from that place of acceptance is where we can really ask ourselves, is that thought serving me? And if the thought is based in anger, or ego, and resentment, and negativity, it's not serving. If it's not based in what's beautiful within me, it's not based in the quality of love, then it's not fulfilling my deepest desire, and it's not serving. And it's not serving the world around me. So what to do if a thought is not serving me? Well, first, we can make a choice not to feed it. How do we feed a thought? Well, we feed a thought by giving more energy to it, by continuing to think it. Thoughts are like habits. The more we feed them, the more they grow. And if we feed a thought, we feed a negative thought, we're just giving it more energy. And it's going to become more difficult to let go of it. So we first need to make the choice to continue to not feed negative thought. And once we've done that, perhaps we can even transform it. So how do you transform a negative thought? By introducing positive thought. And let me think. There's an example we can give you. We have this culture in our country of looking at each other's weaknesses. We have whole TV shows that are based on that. And I've often found myself looking at others' weaknesses. But what I've come to realize is that when I do that, I'm actually feeding weakness in myself. So I've tried to pay attention to that. And so when I catch myself looking at someone else's weaknesses, the first thing that I'll do is accept that my mind went there. But from that place of acceptance, I'll ask myself, what do I appreciate? And I'm doing that to transform that thought. When I'm asking myself what I appreciate in them, and I'm thinking about what I appreciate in them, I'm actually transforming that negative thought of looking at their weaknesses. And, I'm doing that not for them, I'm doing it for myself. So, am I always able to do that? Well, no, I'm not always able to do that. We're all on a journey. So, in addition to keeping the importance of our thoughts in our awareness and paying attention to our thoughts and accepting the thoughts and feelings that I have to have compassion for myself as I'm on this journey because I won't always be able to transform a thought and maybe not even to stop feeding it. But at the very least, what I can do is pay attention to it. And then maybe little by little, by paying attention to my thoughts, I will have a little more power to next time, perhaps even transform the thought. So there's a final tool I wanted to share with you that we can begin to use right now that will help us claim the power to become more of a master of our mind, and that's meditation. Meditation is a very powerful tool to help us transform our thinking, and it does that in three ways. Meditation is about turning our attention inward and focusing and observing. And so the very nature of meditation is helping to train us to pay attention to our thinking, to practice paying attention to our thinking. And the second way that meditation helps us become more of a master of our thought mind is by nurturing a stillness within us. When we focus, turn our attention inward and focus and observe, we may become aware of a stillness that's there. It's a stillness that's in each of us. And it's not a stillness we need to create. It's a stillness that we can discover. And as we discover that stillness and spend more time with that stillness in meditation, we're able to carry it more with us as we're walking and moving throughout the day. And with that stillness, it gives us space. That stillness gives us space to make choices about our thoughts and how we respond to them. Have you ever been angry and said, okay, let me take a pause. Just take a breath here. And with that breath, I was able to respond to the anger or maybe to transform it a little bit. So that stillness that we get through regular meditation is like that breath, that pause. It gives us space, which gives us room to make choices about how we respond to the thoughts and feelings we have. And so the third way that meditation helps us become more of a master of our mind is by nurturing our connection to what's beautiful within us. With each of us, there is this place of beauty, this place of love, of joy, of wisdom, of innocence. And with regular meditation, we nurture our connection to that. And we can set the intention to use those qualities more and more on our journey. The more we meditate, the more we can keep that intention to use love, to use joy, to use peace, to use wisdom at the foundation of our thinking. And we'll find it easier to not even have a negative thought the more we do that. Okay? So meditation is a very, very powerful tool. Regular meditation, especially. Some people may think that okay, so I got angry, let me go meditate. And that may be helpful, but what really is helpful is to do it on a regular basis. And by meditating on a regular basis, we're building that foundation of stillness. We're training ourselves to pay attention to our thoughts. And we're building that connection to that beautiful part of ourselves. All right. So it's been wonderful to have this opportunity to share with you today. And I hope you'll join us next Friday, and when we're going to talk about expectations and how we can use expectations as a way to motivate and inspire us, but also not to get let down if things turn out differently. Hope you'll join us then. Thank you. And so we'll close today with a beautiful meditation from Sister Jenna on letting go.
Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and move around, I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you and who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. At this time,